Okay, so let's have a review of what we just learned. These yes and no opposites. What's yes? Yes is 是. What's no? No is 不. How do we know that the tones for these two characters are the same? The mark above the word is the tone, and they are written in the same way. What exactly is a tone? It's a change in pitch. So the changes in pitch are the same for 是, yes, and 不, no. Can you describe the change in pitch? The pitch starts high and falls rapidly. I'm going to say yes and no 3 times, and I want you to say them after me, focusing on making the fall in pitch the same between the two words. Yes. 是. No. 不. Yes. 是. No. 不. Yes. 是. No. 不. For any of these lessons, play them over and over again until they become second nature for you. So here comes your first Chinese character, no. 不. Chinese characters are very unique and some have many strokes to them. So what's a good way to remember them? A good way to remember them is letting your imagination run wild and coming up with some weird and wonderful analogies for the characters. For example, one way I thought of learning 不, no, was to imagine that the character was actually a big cactus that has been turned upside down. The horizontal line on the top of the character is the ground, and the vertical line and the diagonal lines are the cactus stems, upside down. Since 不, no, looks like a cactus turned upside down, we could make another creative analogy that since the cactus is turned upside down, i.e. reversed or turned opposite, this is like the meaning of not or no that 不 has. It's scientifically proven that associating things with silly or funny things makes you remember it much quicker and easier. So there we have 不, the upside down cactus. Shortly, we're going to draw your first character. I sometimes use the word draw rather than write, because it can feel more like drawing than writing. If the thought of remembering to write all these characters scares you, and that thought should scare you, then I've got some good news for you. Since we live in a digital age, there are very few times where we need to actually write the characters by hand. On computers and phones, you don't need to write characters, because you can choose the ones you want to use. In fact, because the Chinese hardly write characters by hand themselves these days, they also forget how to write some of the characters from time to time. I remember when I took Chinese lessons, my Chinese teachers from time to time would forget a character and have to look it up in a dictionary. I always used to find that satisfying when that happened. I used to playfully say with them, with a big smile on my face, you see, Chinese is a hard language. 你看，中文是很难的语言。